Yo, what's up, everybody? RageCage20 here. We are back with more Jinjer from the King of Everything album. We are here with I Speak Astronomy today, and I'm super excited. As I mentioned before, it seems like every single song of theirs has a video, which is really nice. It gives me something to watch. It gives us more than just a background picture to look at, which is really, really cool. I have a really good feeling about this song. I have an incredibly great feeling about this song. It reminds me. Well, yes, but I'll get to that later. I don't know why I started with that. Sorry, my brain went in a different direction. My mouth's just like, yeah, that's where I was going. And no, it does remind me of something, but I'll bring that up here in a second. I've heard a lot about. Well, not a lot, but I've seen this name, I Speak Astronomy, many times. So that's usually a good sign. The video looked really cool, and I just briefly read through the lyrics because I don't want to bring up my computer, so I just have those in the background for later. I still need to get another monitor, so I don't have to worry about that, but that's that's shit for me to deal with, and eventually. I don't know. Just everything about this. Looking at the lyrics, there's a big chunk in there that was just like, oh, that looks like really cool subject matter. So I just have a really good feeling about this. Now, of course, yes, this is not live. I know that. Thank you. You don't need to tell me. I know. We'll get there. Calm yourself. We'll get there. We will definitely get there. But I do want to check out this video. It looks really fucking cool. From the 1 second of quick scanning that it went through when I clicked on the thumbnail, it looked cool. So I'm kind of excited for that. But this reminds me, getting back to that, I have a very similar feeling of just, I know this is going to be good, that I had with In This Moment's The Fighter. Where it's just like, I just know this is going to be good. I can't say why, but just something in my head is just like, the stars are aligning for this song. I think it's going to be really good. And that makes me excited, also nervous that it might not be. But we're not going to think about that. But that also makes me really excited, because the last time I had this feeling, this exact feeling, I cried during the song, and I got a tattoo of the song. So that's a good sign. I think that's a great sign. So I don't think I want to waste any more time. Even though I'm really nervous, so I kind of want to waste time. I just noticed it's 6.5 minutes. I like that. There didn't seem to be like a lot of lyrics, so I think they're gonna have something interesting in here, some kind of instrumental awesomeness in here somewhere, which I'm really excited about. I don't know if I'm ready. Okay, let's not overhyping now, just in case. But yeah, I don't know if this much space left on the page is going to do it. I'm probably going to end up going to the next page. It's clear and empty and ready for me. Ooh, okay. Jinjer, speaking astronomy, official video. By the way, did you know that Napalm Records made this? Huh. Because after the last 3 or 4, I had no idea Napalm Records was even involved. It's not like they tell me at the beginning of every fucking video. Having their name in the credits, the song was not good enough. They need the whole we're Napalm. Anyways, and I think they also just keep fucking messaging. Like, they keep posting like, oh, this band just signed a contract with us, so you should go check them out. Like, I get like a new band every fucking day. I think these people just like branch onto people and just hope that they get someone good. I don't know. Anyways, Napalm Records made this. Let's listen to it. Oh, is that Napalm? Sorry. Also, by the way, it's a horrible fucking... Napalm is fucking very destructive and is a horrible substance. So the fact that someone may... I guess it's like, oh, that makes it metal. So we'll name our coming after that. Anyways, let's get back into that. I just had to get that thought out so I could concentrate. There we go. Yeah, I need more volume. Yeah, first on my bad there. I was waiting for the song to come back in, but then I was afraid that that was the end. And thought I was gonna do the whole fucking all the videos and everything, open it up, and then I kind of forgot that they do this whole outro thing, and yeah. So, my bad. Okay, what? We need to talk about that first. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. I just gotta let the thoughts kind of like if they're all like leave, and I have to kind of pull them back in. Uh, uh, huh. That was something. First off, it is the first thing I could say, and it makes sense. Someone did comment on my Words of Wisdom video mentioning that, because I forgot that they haven't made a whole lot of albums, and they're also kind of a new-ish band. Like, they're not, like, brand new, but they're not, like, they haven't made, like, albums upon albums upon albums and whatnot. This was only their third album that they ever made, so it makes sense that they didn't have, like, a huge budget or whatnot. So it makes sense. But being in the same CD, if you compare that video to Words of Wisdom, it's just like... it's just like... Woo! It's a million miles ahead of Words of Wisdom. Whew. It makes Words of Wisdom look like just the most basic of I've ever seen. With that being said, I think I'm pretty sure I was right here when I said we had something. Like, I was getting that feeling about this song, and I think I was right. I'm pretty right. Now, it didn't necessarily, like... I mean, it hit me as hard because the subject matter wasn't... I mean, it's good, but it wasn't, it didn't hit me where I live, so I didn't cry, sorry. But it had the same exact effect to where I got, like, 2 things written down. I was just like, there's absolutely no point to write. I'm just going to sit here and absorb it all, because I'm going to have to go through most of this. So it's just like, why even write anything down at this point? Like, this one I'm just going to go back and just go through. So it had the same exact effect to where I realized immediately, like, I'm not writing. Like, this is not that kind of song. And so that's really good. We had something extremely special here. And just even seeing her in the video, although there are some points I'm going to point out that was a little weird, but I don't think that it was her choice. Because if you look at... I looked at the credits there at the end, and her name wasn't... Yeah, her name wasn't in it at all. So it doesn't look like she really had... She might not have had a whole lot of say in the artistic direction of the video. It might have just been someone else telling her what to do. There was some interesting, almost Amaranth, like, hand dancing throughout the entire fucking thing, which I just thought was very odd. I would almost say out of characteristic for Tatiana, and I think it was just going for a specific effect for the song. So we'll go over those. But overall, it was it was a cool video, especially after the part where I thought it ended and it didn't, and then she just fucking started to bring it home super hard. Like, it was at that moment when she started to just fucking own it, then just like, oh man, I can see her just tearing this part apart to fucking pieces live, like, in a good way. Like, I can see her just owning the shit out of this part. So looking forward to that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. let's not waste any time here. Let's try to get through this as quickly and succinctly as we possibly can. I'm not going to try to. There's so much detail I could go into, but I don't want this to be 50 to 60 minutes. Yeah, I would love to, but like also I wouldn't. So let's try not to push too far anything. I'm just gonna kind of go over stuff because I think there's gonna be most of the video to go over. So I want to try to get through all of it a little bit quicker than like 2 or 3 points super focused in on. So let's see what we can do. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It is brighter in here than I thought it was. I'm just looking at myself. I can't see the light, but I think the light from the outside is coming in, hitting the. It's not important. The only thing I have written down here is the beginning, of course, with the guitars. What they're doing to their instruments and the rhythm that they're doing is just fucking crazy. And around 55 seconds when Tatiana starts her first verse, I just pretty much put like everything in the vocals. Like pretty much everything she's doing right now I want to talk about. So we're just going to go through the full verse, as was my thought. But that was just like, just looking at that everything and just continuing this more stuff I need to write down. It's just like, there's no point to write. So that's the only thing I got written down, those two things. And then I realized there was absolutely no point to writing any of those down. So let's go through it, shall we? Oh, by the way, do you know that Napalm Records did? Okay, just checking. First off, this is unrelated. If I didn't know this is the first time, but it's related, unrelated. But the second I hear that kind of like that spacey, airy sound, it made me think of Believer by Imagine Dragons. But like Leo's cover, because he does that whole like coming from space kind of thing, kind of like, you know, this. And I think it was a similar sound. That just made me think of that anyways. The guitars are going to explode here, so let's listen for that. Sorry. Did I see a face here? I'm not even gonna lie to you, I did not even notice her face here the first time, or even the second time, until the last second there I realized that was a face. Huh. Did not notice that. Continue. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I'll stop there. First off, I was thinking this while watching the videos, just like someone's gonna need to explain this to me because I probably won't look it up. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I probably won't look it up. That drummer's not who I feel like I've seen drum for them yet. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But he's definitely not the one during the live session, I think, of Pisces. And I don't think I've seen him in any of the other videos. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. What happened here? Anyways, we're going to go back just a little bit here. Pew, there I am. Hi. Just because I knew the bass guitar was doing this. I did not know that the electric guitar was doing this too. And that was really cool here. I knew, and I'm glad I could actually see his fingers when he was doing it, unlike the last time I was going to mention this, but he's definitely plucking the shit out of that string when he's strumming that bass here. Ding, ding. He's definitely really getting that slap sound that I was talking about in the other one. I just couldn't see it, but I can see it now. The guitar's doing the same thing, but with a fucking pick. Oh, I don't often see guitarists do that. That's really fucking cool. Let's look at that. You can clearly see him doing it with his thumb. But the guitar is like plucking that shit, making it slap with his fucking pick. Ding, ding. Like, oh my god, that's fucking cool. Alright. Moving forward. Like, just first off, I like the rhythm there. Yeah, God, I just love that kind of kind of feel that it's got to it. It's a very great driving rhythm and everything too. It's wonderful. Love the sounds that they're doing. Random skinny drummer I've never seen. I think I just really haven't paid attention to. Just that little, just things I've noticed about this band, and I really appreciate that someone mentioned kind of what genre they were, because when I heard jazz, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, that explains the complex rhythms that they're doing, and why it was just like none of these rhythms seem standard. They seem like they're playing with it constantly, and that's the thing you just do with jazz. And so when someone introduced that, I was just like, oh yeah, that makes actually perfect fucking sense. But yeah, just God, every time that they play with the rhythm like that and they change it up, and just blows my mind. I think it's fantastic, because I usually don't get that a lot in metal kind of music, and someone's actually introducing that. It takes it to the next level. I think that's why people was one of the many reasons why people love this band so much. It makes total sense to me. And yeah, they just love to add little flying riffs in there from the guitars. They're just doing something, and there's like a slight, maybe 2 to 4 beat pause before it repeats the phrase, and he's just like, okay, I know what to do here. And just fucking goes to town on it. It's just like, just puts it in there like it's no big deal. Like he didn't just play like 50 notes in the span of a second. Like, it's whatever. Exaggerating, but it's just really cool. I like that. It's really cool. And then you got those underlying kind of, I don't necessarily think they're technically whole notes, because I think he's strumming the whole time, but it sounds like whole notes. Those undertones you got from the guitar going there, just kind of very beautiful, to all this like really fast metal thrashy sound. And then you got this kind of beautiful sustained melody from the guitar kind of playing and supporting underneath. It's really pretty. It's really gorgeous. Alright. So first off, let's talk about Tatiana. I like the change and the way she looks for this video. Very interesting. It seems like she's always going to be wearing some kind of dark or full colored thick lipstick, which just really adds to the middle effect. I think it's fantastic. But I like the color change of it. That's very interesting. Like kind of the interesting one eye covered, almost emo like look, but it also kind of makes it look futuristic, like with the outfit she wears later. Very interesting. But that fucking I'm gonna start calling it, because I've heard it a couple times now, that classic Tatiana slide in her notes, just right out the gate. Just first fucking phrase, duh. Just a nice, beautiful slide in there. It's gorgeous. And it was around this point where it's just like, I'm done writing. It's after this next part here that's about to come in. Beautiful contrast within herself. With herself, I should say, not really technically within herself. With herself there. Beautiful contrast and shaping it. Also did that slide again to match the two fucking lines there. Those first two fucking stanzas. And then it goes to this very heavily affected vocal line of hers that contrasts between that beautiful kind of connected slide that she did to very short staccato notes, dun 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 dun. Just beautiful contrast within the first few seconds of her fucking vocal line. of her just beginning to sing. She just does all of this in the span of a few seconds, and that I was so hit and overwhelmed by that. I was just like, there's no point to write anything. Like, we're gonna have to go over all of this. Let's hear that and continue on, because that's just pure magic right there. Like, goddamn. So I want to continue here. I don't want to keep pausing. It's just I feel like I have to. So first, I want to say, when she's all like digitized and stuff like that, she kind of, to me, looks almost exactly like Lizzie Hale. It's interesting, very fascinating. But usually, I do not like kind of electronic enhanced vocal effects like autotune and shit like that. This isn't autotune, but like I usually do not like vocally enhanced stuff unless you're doing specifically for an effect, which is what we have here, and I just think it's beautiful. It adds this amazing contrast. Continue. Alright, so just very beautiful verse there. And it looks like we're bridging into the chorus here, where she shapes it up. The video is just really fucking cool. But we're about to switch to a different kind of effect that she's going to go for here. Just kind of more like spoken, that with an intensity to it. I'm pretty blown away by this. I'm not going to lie. Also, I want to know if she got that scarf, because it's really cute. Anyways, continuing. I have a little bit of an issue with that line specifically. First off, we're now getting into the wavy disco hands, no, just kind of stuff that she's doing, which to me just really does not feel like it not only goes with her personality, but from what I've seen so far, but also doesn't feel like it follows what was just set up literally seconds before this. So it felt odd and out of place. I feel like someone else came up with that and told her to do, and she just did it. I don't know. No idea. It's also weird seeing her not as hard as she usually is, but still. Can we just got a brief moment talk about those eyes? Like, they are smoldering as a motherfucker. Every time, I think I've mentioned this before, but I think it was in a comment or whatnot. When people are like, you should listen to Jinjer, you should listen to live sessions. Like, actually, I've not only listened to live session a million times, but that's actually the song without fail. Every single time when I do a mic check before I do these, I open up Pisces. That's the song I use, the live session of Pisces, which has been interesting since I'm actually listening to that album now. I get like a double dose of Jinjer. Before it was Jinjer, and I'd move on to something else. I don't go through the whole song, but every time I'm watching that, her eyes are just so captivating. I don't know what it is. They're just so intense and just gorgeous. And I was just noticing that in this song. So that line itself, I think, is really good. However, I feel like it needed to be delivered harder. I think if I wasn't watching a video and I just listened to that line, it would be perfect. It would be exactly what I'm looking for. However, listening to that with her just kind of being all weird and flowy and not matching, kind of, I feel like the way the line is being delivered just kind of weakens it for me and turns what could be this awesome whisper effect, a really powerful whisper effect, into kind of it feels like it's a little weak, and only purely because of the video, which is weird. It's the only part that just kind of irks me about this whole video. So I don't know. Listen to that and see if you agree with me. But that whole breakdown part is just oh, you could feel the instruments kind of like bring it down and start kind of rising, building the intensity. Gorgeous. I feel like if she was kind of more like intense about that, just kind of like right up in you and in your face, just kind of like eyes down, foreboding kind of look to her, it would have just been like, ooh, yeah, that's got a fucking some oomph to it. But when she's like, so divine, it's just like, you know what I mean? So I feel like if I would imagine that if I was listening to this song without seeing it, and it would like recover the line for me. So I don't want to say that the line is weak because it's not. It's just I feel like this video at this point's not doing that line any favors, and it's just kind of weird to me. But I don't know. That could just be me. Continue. Tell me why are you so suspicious? What you say? Black clouds in my eyes. Okay, so I had a few thoughts there. Connecting all that together, one, the suspicious line comes back later, so I wanted that to be emphasized here. I'm emphasizing that now. It comes back later and she doesn't scream it, which I think is a really good contrast to repeating that line. A really good change to it, which is really cool. I had a feeling about that we're going to go into here a little bit more detail in a second, that I just not a huge fan of, and this might be a little controversial, sorry, but that dun 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 sounds like I think something like straight out of Captain Clock, which hearing people talk about how like we're listening to some comments and stuff, it seems like that might be intentional, because I feel like that the kind of the theme of time and clock is being stretched throughout the entire album, so it would make sense if they made a callback to the song about time or about clock, not necessarily about time itself, but it's in there in a sense. So that would make sense. But yeah, that just reminded me of that. However, I can't lie, and this could just be my own musical preference. There are moments when I listen to Tatiana sing that's just like, yes, like this is so unbelievably good. And there are other times to where it's not the case. And I feel like it. I don't feel like it's her. I feel like it's the instrumental choice during certain sessions. And I think that's just kind of me not really being a huge kind of just thrash, garbled sound metal person in general. I really like heaviness to metal, but for a reason, not just for the sake of we have noise. And I feel like sometimes they do that. I feel like this is one of those cases. So let's see if I can emphasize that. Tell me why are you so suspicious? What you say? Black clouds in my eyes. Oh. Yeah, my roommate's home, so the dog may be freaking out. It doesn't sound like she's as loud as she usually is, so that's good. It's just kind of like, you know, she's screaming, and I think that's a nice contrast to the way she was just singing. But it's just sound. Like there are little parts in there where they're breaking up the rhythm, and it's just like, okay, but then it just comes back to just, and that's like all you can fucking hear is just nothing but just it's like, or something that's not just a block of fucking sound would have been like kind of cool to add with her vocal line there, you know. I mean, you know, it kind of is just like I guess it turns me off musically a little bit, because it's just not really my thing. I kind of like a little bit of musicality with my heavy, crazy metal, and that just sounds like noise for the sake of noise, which is, I don't know. So it's just like these parts where she starts screaming. It's like, yeah. She could, like, what she's saying is really fucking awesome and really intense. But I don't feel like she's getting the right backup from her band at that moment. And I'm sure she does a lot of the writing, so this could be on her or it could not be. I do not know. I have no idea how it works. I don't know if she writes any of the instrumental parts or not. I don't know anything about this band. But it sounds from a musical standpoint, she's not getting any backup from her band. It's just, they're just like, we're shredding metal, la, 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 and she's just like, well, I'm trying to do something cool here. It'd be cool if you like enhanced it instead of just adding a block of sound behind me. That's just kind of how it comes across to my ears. So there's like maybe one part, and I just haven't brought this up because it wasn't a big deal. But there's maybe like one part in like each song that has a little bit of that, but they don't usually do it very often. So it's just kind of like, okay, we're gonna have our moment here. Okay, we're done. We'll get to the good part or something. It's just, I don't know. It just feels like there's a moments in there where it's just kind of a turn off for me musically, but I don't know. So that was one of them. It was just kind of like, yeah, but then I feel like it recovers. So let's continue. Another nice slide there. God, again, it's just like going from a part that's just nothing but sound to this beautiful melodic lines that just the instruments are doing some cool rhythms again, and she's just playing around with stuff. It's just like, yes, more of that, but also add screaming onto it. Like like, it doesn't, when you're screaming, you don't need to be like, okay, just sound on top of it. Like, have the really cool stuff that's going on, but also scream. You know, just, I don't know. But that just that whole line there, that whole little Captain Clock influenced moment there. Then the part after that just had a little bit of sassiness to it, and then she did another slide in there. Just, oh my god, just fucking gorgeous. Like, truly. Let this binary be blessed by holy X-ray. Singularities are nest. If there is Lord out there, he is just a ghost sitting in his spaceship. I really like that verse, actually. That was one of the lines. I'm actually gonna go read it here, just really quick. This whole big space here. And then I want to talk about something else that I also noticed. This space foam is so delicious. Dark matter is so divine. Yeah. Tell me why are you so suspicious? Okay. This part on here. Let this binary be blessed. Which to me, when I hear that, I just think about, like the male, female, binary, blessed, religious people believing that, that's how it is and there's no exception. By holy X-ray, also kind of playing off of that. Singularities are nest, piece forming clay, kind of like molding this out of clay or something, I don't know. If there's a Lord out there, he's just a guest sitting in a spaceship observing the parade. Like, just thinking about just like someone creating this chaos and then just observing, laughing at it or something like that. It's just kind of the imagery I got from this. I just thought that was really, really fucking cool. Back to the video. What the fuck was I gonna say? Can't remember. If I go back a second. Oh fuck. No. If there is Lord out there, he is just a ghost sitting in his spaceship. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Huh. Oh well. Continue on. Let's see how the second one with again just not being all floaty and formy and stuff through most of the parts of the song is just this part and then near the end she does it again. It's so weird. That's what I was gonna say. Again, it just feels like a ruins it for me. Anyways, someone was mentioning like how much Jinjer seems to shake up their songs and stuff, and mentioning something about a song without a chorus. I don't think this song has a chorus. No, I think about it. It doesn't sound like the song actually has a chorus, so we're gonna pay attention to that as we're going on here. Tell me why are you so suspicious? Instead of screaming that part, just kind of like whispering it, yeah, like aggressively whispering it, almost breaking into vocal fry, but like restrained. Love that. Fucking beautiful. Tell me why are you so suspicious? Nice bite to it. Energy's building. Sounds like she's about to just lose control, break out into a scream here. Yep, there it is. Yeah, I don't think there's a chorus to the song, which is fucking awesome. I never see that. That part made me literally laugh out loud. I mean, you're looking at she's talking about her eyes, so it makes sense that that's the focus, but they just look silly. In that moment, it just looks so funny, just like made me laugh uncontrollably. Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, it was built. You could feel that it was building up to a scream, and then just really well done. Except for it's silly. Just, oh my god, I love it. Very nice. It's not a rim shot. What do you call that? I feel like if there is a term for this, I don't think I've ever heard it. But nice that he's hitting like literally the middle of the cymbal, right where the thickest part is, where it's connected to the stand itself. Just really nice sound there. That had a little bit of back and forth to it. There was like moments where it was trying to be just a block of sound, but you could hear that there was a change up in rhythm. It wasn't just you know. So a little bit more wiggle room there. There was enough variation that it felt like she was getting more support vocally from her instruments there, and I think that was better. Not you know. And now we're switching it up again. And she's just now gonna just get beautiful with it, which is let's go do it. Solid support, great notes. Floating. There you go. I just don't feel like she needs to be moving as much as she is. Anyways, costume change here. I like the scenery change and everything. And now her hair is like slicked back, which is interesting. Very unique. I've never seen Tatiana like this. It's fascinating. But beside, with all the hand wavy weirdness aside, herself is just sounding fantastic here. The band at this point, every time I see them as silhouettes here in the background, all dark and stuff, it made me laugh again, because it almost felt like they weren't exactly sure what to do, so it just keeps repeating the same thing. I'm pretty sure it's looped. I'm pretty sure the visual's looped, where he's just like gonna play his stuff. Okay, quick hit in my head. Okay, it feels clunky. It just feels like they didn't know what to do. So just like, this makes sense. This metal. It just made me laugh watching them in the background. It's kind of odd. And again, it might just really be them just trying to get more comfortable with doing kind of videos like this. They usually just used to just kind of sitting there just rocking out and whatnot, at least from what I've seen so far. That's just a guess. I don't know. So that could be it. I don't know. It just made me fucking laugh. Beautiful kind of airy, ethereal effect to that, just kind of very echoey and nice fade off. I actually really like, besides the arms, just kind of random twitches that they got going on here in this part of the video. Just kind of really good theme to it all. And now we got this kind of, again, kind of like almost like a smooth jazz kind of guitar thing going on here. I just kind of noticed with the background sounds is just kind of bringing it very down to this very mellow, just chill kind of groove to it, which is beautiful. Some really gorgeous notes from the guitar, and then she just kind of sings very smooth and beautifully as well. So I think we have an amazing contrast of what I'm talking about happening here before our eyes. Like this, I feel is trying too hard and is being way too wavy and just not her-ish. And this over here is very much just what I'm expecting these lines to be delivered. Just kind of just like this subtle intensity, and just kind of you can see the emotion and the pain in the face, like just the subtlety she's doing. Now there's over exaggeration, hand movement, and just kind of looking all, it just doesn't feel like it fits. But this one just kind of that like that intense gaze off into the distance, and just the emotion you can see all over her face. It's like I feel like this is how the whole song should be delivered, and this, I don't know what's going on here. Why was this the choice? Is kind of what I've been getting at. I feel like this is a good portrayal of it. Just looking to the right here. Beautiful. Left is just unnecessary. Oh, there's blast beats there. Like, that's good shit right there. Just again, a good contrast within the contrast of the song. Very clean writing right here. This is just silly to me. Sorry. I'm getting so distracted that I just noticed something on the corner of my eye. Is very kind of so distracted by this that I'm missing the focal point. And she gave this kind of almost like hurt look, like she knows I'm judging her band. Just very nice facial features from her. Just amazing emotion in her face. Focus on that for a second, not this. Yeah, that right there. Great emotion. Oof. Chill. Here's what I thought I hit it the first time. And then this end here, I'm just gonna let the end roll out. But just saying that part right there, just again with the facial features and all the emotion I just saw come out of that, which was just breathtaking to say the least. Yeah, no, yeah, the stage presence she has in her videos is insane. I can't even imagine what it's like live. So I guess I get it. I get why people say that you must listen to her live. Because every time I see that, it's just like, oh man, I would love to see the true emotions of her performing this live. Speaking of which, this ending part, she just fucking kills. So let's just let it roll out. God, just the tone and passion of voice sounds like she's just yelling that part out. It's just fantabulous. And the last thing to end this out here, that's just fucking so pure and gorgeous there. Kind of another thing to kind of talk about what I'm talking about, what I'm trying to illustrate what I mean by her band supporting her a little bit more. I'm just thinking, imagining, listen to what they're playing now, and imagine her doing a little bit of emotional scream over this, like some vocal fry over this. Like, listen to this. Like, just the instrumentation here, that kind of softness and just, but still kind of some heavy driving downbeats in there. Like, can you just imagining like maybe 2 or 3 words in there were screamed? Like, that is what I mean by supporting her. Like, instead of just throwing sound out while she's screaming, just having something like that and having her screaming with it. Like, I think that would, in my opinion, I think that would play more beautifully and musically than just noise. But I don't know. That's just my particular, I guess I would say, pickiness when it comes to metal. So that could just be me. Anyways, that was probably longer than I wanted it to be. But that was one hell of a song. That was one hell of a video. Honestly, I feel like if she just kept her hands by her side, it would have been just an absolutely amazing video. With that being said, I think it was still a really, really good video. I don't know what the direction was for that, why they wanted her to be so airy. It's just like, we're in space movement. You know, I can't really understand the direction behind that. And not only do I feel like it was out of place for Tatiana's character that I've seen so far, but also really out of place for the song. Just everything they set up in the song, that just didn't really make sense to me. So I feel like that was just a horrible move. But just listening to the song without a video, like, oh, the song itself is so fucking good. And like this, the video itself just blows what I've seen video wise out of the fucking water. Fucking amazing. So Yeah, I had a good feeling about that song, and I was right. I really want to listen to her belt that end out live. Like, oh fuck, that's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to get there. But that'll be for another day. This is the first video I've done today, and I wanted to do four, and it took a while, but I should have probably guessed that with this song. So, thank you for joining me. Sorry if I upset you with any of my stuff. Hopefully, you can see past that and understand that I really do like the song. I thought the song was amazing. I thought the video was good. It's just those choices in there were fucking odd, and as just thrash metal is not really my type of metal, you know. You know, like I understand there's a lot of. I feel like a lot of people who don't usually listen to metal is just like, it's just noise and sound. I don't like it, but it's just like I feel like there's so much metal that can be heavy and intense and just vocal fry screaming without being that what people think of. Just like sound noise. What even is this? Can you even hear anything? Like, so me personally, I like to kind of stay away from that specific genre of metal because to me, that's not really what metal is. That's just kind of I don't know. I feel like it breaks up musicality just to be heavy, and I don't really like sacrificing musicality, so it's just not my type of metal personally. And I think what turns a lot of people off to metal is that kind of sound. So I don't really care for that kind of sound in general, but that's just me. I hope you can understand that that's purely my opinion, and I do not think that it changed the overall quality of the song at all. There's just a few parts in there that just didn't really sing to me personally. So calm yourself. No hate, please. And I will see you in the next song, which I don't know what that song is. But I'm excited. I think it's gonna be good. So I'll see you in the next.